Happy Saturday. So I have been out. I went out this morning and I had picked up an Instacart. I'll show here. And as I was going through the orders, because it was a double order, I seen an item and I was like, oh Lord, I hope this is not that customer that ordered this quiche from like early part of this year. So what happened was I asked for a quiche Lorraine or Lorraine quiche. I don't know how you say it, which way you say it, but and they didn't have it out. I ended up asking the deli and it wasn't open just yet. They was getting this stuff together, and I asked, and while the guy was saying no, the lady was saying, yeah, we can go back there and get it for her because she's doing the Instacart. Well, I guess he stuck it to me, and he gave me the wrong quiche. So of course the customer said they got something they didn't ask for, and I think she still tipped me. I don't think it caused my rating to go down, but it was the I asked you situation and you didn't respond. So it wasn't the same customer, and they did have the quiche, so we were good to go with that. And then I had an appointment and I went to go turn on DoorDash. It's not busy, so they want me to schedule. You know, I don't schedule. So I turned on Grubhub and Uber Eats. Uber Eats been sending me trash. I'll show you that. And Grubhub sent me some trash, so I'll show you that as well. So right now I'm just sitting in my spot. It is a very busy Saturday in this area, so I'm hoping, and I'm gonna get out the sun. Oh Lord Jesus, girl, what is wrong with you? I need to turn around. Maybe turning around, get away from the sun. Yeah, let's park over here. Woo, that's better. It's only 70 degrees, but that sun was making it feel like it was 90. So I'm just sitting in my normal spot waiting to see if anything else come through worth taking. I am looking on Instacart and Ship in the meantime, trying to see if any orders come worth taking. So of course I have my coffees back in rotation. We off our detox, so let's go ahead and get us some this caramel craze. We got the large, and let's get on. I don't plan on staying on out late because I do have a couple of things to do. I need to get to the nail salon. I have a study later on today, so hopefully we can get this done. I'm trying to make $100 before I go in the house, so we will see. We will see. All right, I'm gonna get off here. If I get something worth showing, I'll definitely come back. I'm back. And so let me tell y'all what happened. So it was like really slow, and so I decided, since I was near the area to get my nails done, I was gonna go towards the salon to see if I can go ahead and get my nails done, since I do not like to be idle. I guess it's the mother in me. I just don't like to be idle, so I just can't sit if I can be productive. So I said, if I get an order by the time I get to the location, then I'll take it and keep it moving. So when I got to the location, I hadn't received the order worth taking, and I went in and proceeded to speak with the front desk to see if the person that I like doing my nails was available, and come to find out, her and the other girl, the backup girl, they didn't move on. So I'm like, okay, now I got to figure out what to do. So in the meantime, I did get an alert from DoorDash, because I did turn on DoorDash, because I remember if I sit in this parking lot, a certain area, it's quote unquote in my area. So I said, okay, cool. So I went ahead and accepted. It was at Chick-fil-A, and it was telling me to go pick up at the window, but I knew that was not true. So I went ahead and drove around and sat in a spot and waited for them to bring it out. It did take them a little bit. They were mad busy. It's Chick-fil-A. You already know the business. And so then it was time, when I got my order, it was time for me to leave. The way that this Chick-fil-A, well, you all know, if you get in Chick-fil-A line, you're stuck. And it's always a small window of opportunity. And this car took the small window of opportunity to get out of line. And because she turned her wheel in the lane, I couldn't just zoom past her. So I had to literally wait for the line to move so she can move out and I can proceed. Okay, that's my Chick-fil-A experience. Now, while I was accepting that DoorDash order, what really happened was I accepted a Grubhub order. I didn't look at it to decipher what was going on, but it was a order and pay situation. So here I am trying to jet to the customer from DoorDash, because DoorDash is on a timer. I always deliver theirs first. Grubhub is on a timer. They do send you alerts. Hey, I see you sitting there. Move your ass. But but me, I know that it's a couple times before. As long as you start moving in the direction, you should be cool. And that's what happened. So I end up, when I got off of that, I was like, oh shit, this is an order and pay. I could have did that while I was sitting at Chick-fil-A. So I end up having, when I left and dropped this customer order off, I went ahead and, oh goodness, I hope the light green. It's not green. It's not green. It's not green. Whew. Traffic, y'all. So I went ahead and I placed the order, and she said it'd be 15 minutes, which would be cool because where I was located was a good 15 minutes from the restaurant. I should jump in this other lane because this lane goes slow for some odd reason. But yeah, so I placed that order, so I'm headed now to, and it was a simple one. They had everything. I didn't have to, you know, try to decipher from what the customer wanted. And yeah, I'm headed there now to get the order. And I'm coming out of this lane. So yeah, I don't recommend to do this. Not when the restaurants are not next to each other. Like, yeah, I don't recommend to do this, but it was like so damn slow. So I said, let me take my chances. And here we are. So let me go ahead and pick up this customer order, because by the time I get there, it should be ready and I should be on the way to the customer. And I'll show you how much the DoorDash order was and then the Grubhub order. That's how much. So, all right, be back. Y'all, I am back, and let me tell you, I have been busy, but I've been on the phone, so I haven't been able to come and check in. So I can't remember where I left off at. I know I was headed to, I don't know where I was headed to. I lost my train of thought, and then I thought I lost my earpiece. So I got all of my personal business out here that I got to make sure while I'm driving I might as well stuff it back in here. I'm trying to think right now where I left off at. Y'all. Y'all. I want to be optimistic and upbeat about the situation, but I'm not feeling it. So when I'm not feeling it, 9 times out of 10, what I end up doing is just cutting the day short, or cutting recording short. So hopefully I'm going the right way. Is this the right way? No, this looks like not the right way. Let's see what this says. Yeah, that's the right way. All right. So prior to this, if you see this clip, this means that the clip before was trash. Okay, I need like a class. Let me turn this down. I need a class that teaches me how to say more while actually saying less. Okay. So let's see, where do I start? So I start with saying that I recorded something and it was good, But then I realized that there's a chance that there may not be any audio. So I was like, let me re-record just in case. Let's get that out the way. Then I was like, I looked at the time and was like, dang, D, that's a long time. Like, what other footage you have already that, because you don't want to make this like extra long? Well, I was like, because you don't know, you probably just have to re-record again. So this is the best way I can say it, is that when I took a break, okay, prior to taking a break, I did a couple orders that led me to this restaurant, and I said, hey, I'm hungry, let me get something. I hate when people like block the whole freaking road to make a turn. Okay, so let's say this, so this won't be long. So I end up getting an order to go to Breakfast Time, which is like a restaurant here. And when I see the address that I needed to drop off, I realized that it was a hotel / motel, aka microtel. And so when I go to places like that, I call my family, because, you know, people out here missing. One missing. And though if I'm not using Uber, the other apps don't really have an in-app tracker. So I usually call, and I end up calling my cousin and then telling, I was like, hey cuz, stay on the background, I'll explain why. And I dropped off that order. It was seamless, so that's the order that I dropped off. The person said they was gonna tip when I arrived, but I wasn't waiting for that. I'm not finna wait around. Drop and go. So then I told her what I was doing, and she's like, cool, that's fine. And so we ended up starting to talk. So the next order that I accepted was to Moe's. And so with the order that I accepted to Moe's, I picked up that order. They were still getting it ready. I dropped off that order, and it was to a lovely family. The kids were waiting for me. And so then I'm still talking to her this whole time. So, but I'm taking these screenshots, so that's why you can see it. So then I get another order to a restaurant. I'm like, hey, when is the restaurant in the city? So I end up dropping that, getting that order. It was ready, and then dropping that off. And then that was to another family, and the kids was waiting. Not because I was running late, they're just excited. And so I was like, hey, I'm gonna take a break. I'm actually going to go back to that restaurant because I like it. Usually I have to travel far to it, and get me some lunch. So I ended up eating lunch. So it took about 30 and 45 minutes. And then when I got back, I opened up the apps, and I got a few orders that I ended up declining. But then I got a few orders that there was an order that I decided to take, and this no, I didn't get any orders to take. I ended up turning on, and this light don't give us enough time. Like, I'm 100% sure not a good number of cars went across this road. Okay, whatever. So then I ended up looking on Instacart, and there was the order that popped up. I don't know. I'm gonna show it here because I know I took a screenshot, but I didn't see I seen a 207. I wouldn't tell you that. I seen those two numbers, but I don't know if that was the amount that I was gonna get paid, or if it was the distance, or if it was the item. So hopefully it's somewhere where I can like, okay, you did good. You picked the one up one blindly. You picked it, but you picked it. So what happened? So I'm in the store, shopping for the two customers, both of them responding when I needed to talk about replacements. And so for order A, they must have was doing like a seafood boil, and because they had a lot of those items. Customer B had more items. Now, customer B had these items where she was getting 2 of the same items in different sizes. And at first I didn't catch on. And what happened was when it was time to check out, I noticed that it was telling me I had to have 2 of the family size check mix because I was placing one and one was part of her list. And there was only one. So I had to go back in the app, refund it so it would show on the Instacart side. So that was the first thing. The next thing was I had to use the bathroom. So it was a break in between to do that. Then I check out, and now Instacart is saying don't tell, like, a new Food Lion rule. And that's important to read that information before you shop, because it can be a lot of changes. And one change is we are not supposed to ask for different color bags. I don't know why, but whatever, especially when you're doing multiple orders. I ain't gonna go through that. So what I end up doing, I didn't say anything, but the cashier, he offered, so I'm cool with that. Check out, I am leaving the store, and then I noticed that my earpiece is not in my ear. Now, I have 2 types of earbuds. I have my old-fashioned earbud that has with the little hook to go around my ear that sometimes has my glasses cocked because it's sitting on top of it. And then I have the earbuds that Papa bought me for my birthday. Now, the ones that Papa bought me is the new technology, but the earpiece, the rubber part, is not, it's too big. And I've already, I believe, threw away the tray to go through the different sizes. I just don't know where to get replacements. So oftentimes when I'm talking, it comes out. So the next thing, when I realized that, I'm loading the car, and I say, well, D, don't panic. It's not, it's replaceable. So what you'll do is go ahead and finish with these customers' orders, drop them off, and then come back to the store and ask if someone turned something in. And if they have, great. If they haven't, canvass the store. If you can find them, great. Because I can't remember if, I know I bought some type of insurance, but I can't remember what type it is, but whatever. So I get in there, and then I started to talk about what I had done, like what happened in Food Lion and so on and so forth. And then I realized that you probably can't hear me because I'm watching the directions. The directions are not actually, the voice is not talking back to me. So I'm like, oh crap, it's picking up on the Bluetooth, but I'm not sure if the Bluetooth, where the Bluetooth is at. So I end up re-recording. Hopefully that footage, if you see this footage, that's because the earlier footage, that little snippet, didn't have audio. So then I said, okay, I really need to make my way back to my house because I need to get ready for study. Where am I at? So I feel like there's going to be changes with the order that I did at Food Lion. So I was like, if there's no changes, if they decide like, hey, you're fine, you did good, we're not gonna change that much, then I just needed $15 to make the $100 for today. Now, I've already done some orders like with a different platform throughout the week, so I'm not pressed to make the 100, but I would like to see if I'm able to do that in the day. And then, so that's where I'm at. That's the situation, and that's where I'm at. So I end up picking up a shipped order because, again, I cannot sit idle, and it's somewhere here. And ship doesn't, the customer probably don't tip. I'm hoping that the customer tip because where I dropped off at, but the order was small. So we will see if there's any movement of this week, because these can be separate and I won't see it until next week. So I'm going to go ahead and close out here with hopes that everything is fine. So if you see this, everything wasn't fine. All right, y'all. Peace out.